Thunder Grunt.
In a small little ship in the center of Mars was a sack of souls with experiment scars. When the psychedelic monk said, "I'll take two," and he put them in a rocket and he ate a lot of glue. And he shot them straight to Earth when they turned into babies. They were named Bob and Matt, and they really got rabies. And the monk made a movie of their whole entire lives. They were panoramic scenes and zooms of the time. One time Bob had sex with a ladle, and one time Matt lost a vet to a cradle, and another time Bob caught a dinosaur mom, and another time Matt bought a replica of Guam. And all this and more is on a DVD set, only $20.99 with the purchase of a gym. But if you call right now and say, "Where's my whisk?" we'll include this bonus disc.
Hey, welcome to Bonus Disc! I'm your co-host, Bob Rose, and with me is the host, Matthew ROPA.
Are you the host?
No, you are. Get used to it. And with us is guest Jen Tydings. How are you, Jen?
You're just talking about having no energy left.
Well, now I don't.
You just destroyed
I got nothing, man.
Your tags are finished.
Podcast over. You just bleed.
That's it. I want to fucking fall asleep while this all happens around me. I don't care.
Well, it's a good thing you're the co-host, right?
Yeah,
Except
anyway.
you're not.
We watched a 1990 gem, which literally made me question my whole life and existence.
With such beauty.
We watched Legion of Iron. It's on YouTube and Netflix, and it should be available to every human who ever wants to think about
It shouldn't.
where they live and what they do and what they are. Because at any moment, it's a warning. At any moment, your life can be snatched from you. You don't know.
Oh my God! I'm so glad I never played football.
Never had a skill that anyone wanted to kidnap you over.
I'm worthless. Thank God.
This movie. I'm so tired. This movie.
All of us are like barely alive, and then we watched this movie that could have killed us.
What did I say after it was over? I was like, I don't want to hear people complain to me about movies anymore.
Like, I got all these people being like, Jurassic World
specifically
has
said they don't know what that is. Yeah.
You don't know?
Yeah.
I feel like a Vietnam vet listening to somebody complaining about washing their car.
So hot and like moist. You fucking piece of shit.
Do you know what I mean?
Oh, God damn it. So
This movie you recommended, Matt.
Yeah, I watched it.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks a lot, asshole.
I watched the first 15 minutes, and when the woman got raped, I turned it
You were
off.
like, recommend.
Whoa, this might go somewhere. We better watch this and really analyze
Seriously, that's what I thought. I was like, I gotta stop watching this alone. Because if someone's getting raped 14 minutes in, there's going to be a fuckload of raping happening. This is like a whole can of
The
rape.
movie literally starts at the end of another movie.
Yes.
And like that, I felt like we were like, an hour in. It just starts.
It was like a really nice high school movie about football, and then all of a sudden something goes wrong. I don't know. I don't know what.
Yeah, it just starts with like two cops watching a high school football game. Where there's a cheerleader and she goes, "Billy!" And then he like runs a touchdown in, and they're looking at his they have a portfolio where he's like a high school kid, but it's
a
like
dossier.
It's clearly a headshot. That was that actor's headshot, and it was like a big one. And then the article that was on the next page used the same picture.
They didn't have the budget.
No,
They
we got
had
one picture of this guy.
Not a lot of films is expensive.
Now the only way we'll give you this lead role is if we could use your headshot. We just need it for one thing.
One thing.
Just
God
one thing.
damn it.
Two birds, one
Also,
stone.
are you cool with raping? How do you
Yeah,
feel
he's
about
like the
rape?
Casting guy was like, I'm also the props master, so can I keep this?
By the way, before we start, just so you know, this movie is literally despicable. It's disgusting.
It's
The fact that it exists makes me depressed.
It's amazing. Someone made this was like it'll entertain anyone. Like what? It's disgusting. So it's a football game.
It's literally porno.
Yeah,
It serves no purpose.
It doesn't fill any criteria for anyone's fucking needs. It's so dumb.
Yeah.
And terrible.
Unless you have sex with corpses underneath of a house. I can't see it.
And it's right up your alley.
Yeah, like that's
it's
what
like
it's for.
in your top 10.
Oh man. Yeah,
So he's good at football, which I really thought was funny because he scores the touchdown and it shows the scoreboard, but the numbers didn't change. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it just shows the scoreboard.
I don't know. Was that a home game and away? Like you don't know.
It doesn't matter.
It's not important. So then
him and his girlfriend in like a 1950s style car. I asked how many times. When
What
is this
year is
happening? No one knew. We don't know. There's a helicopter in it and a car like that.
Somewhere
we cannot
between talk about what
1990 and
There's also people dressed like cavemen, so I have no idea.
Yeah, it's like Conan the Barbarian
could be
level shit
anywhere from.
happening. It doesn't matter.
It was like Crossroads.
We're not
or
simplifying the opening too. There's a football game. He's good at it. Two guys are staring at him with a dossier.
Yeah, they look at each other and head nod.
Head nod.
Then it
he
cuts to
goes
a car pulling up.
Make out bluff with his 1950s automobile and his girlfriend.
They're kissing. He puts his
Kissing.
hands
He's
between
like,
his legs.
Let's fuck. No, I don't want to fuck until I'm married. And then
He goes, well, I guess I'll marry you.
Yeah.
And he proposes as two guys with shotguns approach the car. He proposes marriage to his virgin girlfriend. Oh,
they
and
kidnap
then
them and
they
put
get
them in a
kidnapped.
helicopter.
Yeah, they get kidnapped, and then it's like giving the credits while you're watching a helicopter flight through the desert, and you're like,
Which had to be at
Are
least
they
a
on this
6-hour flight of helicopter.
it
Oh,
was
at least.
nighttime when they got kidnapped, and then they're in a helicopter and it's daytime.
In the
Like,
desert.
How long were they? Like, are they in
You
Australia
don't know where
now?
his high school was. It could have
No,
been
we
right
don't know where
outside the
his high
desert.
school is.
You
We
don't know.
where the Legion of Doom is. We don't know anything.
So it's a helicopter flying through the air, and then it lands at this like. It looks like, I don't know, like
A
an
rock.
army outpost
Yeah.
next to a rock that has a big door
It's like an
in
outpost built above a cave.
it. Yeah.
Or
With
something.
like a
It's like, yeah.
They
turnstile
never actually
door.
say this is definitely underground or above ground. You have no idea.
I
I
would
assume
assume it's
underground.
I would assume.
Because there's like a pit in it.
No.
Anyway.
Everything is
doesn't
assumption.
Yeah, they barely tell you anything. There's so little dialogue, and the dialogue that does happen so bad, like so bad.
It's great.
We watched it with subtitles on because we were
The
worried about
dialogue
not
mix
being able to
is
hear
so
it.
low.
And
Yeah.
then we started noticing that the whoever subtitled it didn't really care.
No.
Because
No.
he
Like,
just
that
kind of
sounds good enough.
summarized some lines, or he put the wrong word, or he misheard things. Like the one where it's like, I got 5 guns. It's like, dude, he said pipe gun. What the fuck is
got
that?
It's only gonna take 5.
Okay.
All right, so
They
yeah,
get to the Legion of Doom, which is
it's like
essentially an underground
well, you
prison.
still haven't heard anybody say anything except, hey, you want to fuck? No, marry me. That's the only dialogue.
That's it.
That's it.
What more do you need? It's all suggested.
I feel like if we had the script printed out, we could read it in like 10 minutes. Just
Oh,
read it
yes,
right
definitely.
through. Just like it would
Little
be
stage
done.
directions would be heavy.
Oh, absolutely.
Montage here, fight here, rape here.
They don't even actually
I just said
describe
the
rape.
3 types of scenes
Yeah.
there are in the movie.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Training, raping, or fighting. That's it.
That is it.
Repeat 3 times. So they get to the Legion of Doom, and
It's the Legion of Iron, Bob.
oh
It's
god,
the Legion of Iron.
I
Get it
don't
right.
really
Legion
care
of
that I got it
Rape.
wrong. Legion of whatever.
The Legion.
The Legion. They get there and they separate the couple. She goes off to the harem or whatever that is. You know, scared because she isn't in. The character, at least we know about her, is she's innocent. She doesn't believe in sex before marriage,
Yep.
and she believes in true love.
Yes.
That's enough. And he's a good guy. That's all we know.
Because he was willing to
We don't
marry
even know
He's
their
totally willing to
names.
marry
for
her.
her pussy. Like,
Yeah.
not
In
because
the
he loved
most
her.
Which goes
romantic
to
way
show
ever.
you
If
how
she
the
fucked
writer,
him, he wouldn't have proposed
No,
marriage.
he was like, oh, I guess I.
But that goes
in
to
that
show
scene, she's
you.
like, he's like, I guess I gotta do it another way.
That's how the writer views women and
Right.
love.
That's
dude,
I
obvious.
will marry you to get your pussy.
Now
That's
That's it.
now that we've watched the whole movie, I'm almost convinced that he would have, once she said yes, he didn't present a ring. He didn't have a ring.
No.
He
No.
just said that shit, and he would
Like,
have fucked her and
whatever
then
it takes.
left for college, and that would have
Right,
been it.
right.
Like, seriously.
It's
I
a
think
different
that's
type of depressing movie.
That's just the Lifetime original Legion of Iron.
Right.
Where there's no,
Man,
like...
Lifetime Legion of Iron would be awesome.
So hold on, when they separate him, they put the main character Billy in a room, and while he's doing it, remember he takes this gag out of his mouth, and he's like, "You got your mouth back, boy." and he doesn't say anything. He doesn't know who they are.
Yeah, like-
and he's just like standing there
He's
waiting.
essentially been black bagged.
Yeah.
It's like, don't ask some questions.
You haven't been able to talk for, I'm assuming, upwards of 8 hours because it's the morning.
Why
now.
were we in a helicopter? Like, are
Who
we
are
underground?
What is happening?
What did I do? Yeah.
I know any
Am I
of you?
under arrest? Are you
What
the
year is
government?
it?
What planet am I on?
Yeah, the questions are endless. Like,
Yeah, it's nothing.
and he just goes,
What is this?
"What is this?"
Yeah, like, come on, that's your question.
Jesus, dude. And they take this girl.
Gripping.
They take away the girl, and then it's when is he watches the video when? Is that
Well,
no, yeah, okay. They take her
show
away.
him like the fight almost right away. They bring him out into the arena because the fight
Oh, you're
with
right.
Rex
It happens instantly.
Yeah, it's like
They take her, put her in a see-through
Oh, yeah,
white
you're right, you're right,
dress
you're right.
with like weird all the like costumes.
We'll get to
for
that.
The two
We'll
main
get to it.
characters.
Awful.
Ugh.
Yeah, we'll get to his costume is the best thing in the movie. But yeah, they doll her up, and
This is like a sad excuse, though.
it's not good. No, it's like a nightgown
She
and
does
like
not
an
look
80s hairdo.
attractive-
It's like that's
attractive.
it.
Bad.
But it's fun. But they take him out to this arena, which is like an underground fight club pit. It looks like an Aztec temple made out of concrete type of deal.
Yeah,
I
with
guess
some
it says-
ramps.
I love that there's like
It's
this
very
pole.
square and very much.
There's
made of
like a
stone.
small obelisk that you tie the virgins to.
Yes.
And then behind it says freedom really
Yeah,
big.
yeah.
Which is so weird. Like,
Not like freedom level, you know, like it's like this weird, like crooked.
no, it looks like
fading away, like freedom.
it's like a PowerPoint font.
Yeah, it's like if you were at a convention or something.
Yeah.
Freedom.com or
Like
something.
seminar for
Yeah,
tax.
they just didn't,
Right.
they didn't
Something.
show the like motivational speaker who came out before the first fight and gave like a speech to everybody first.
Yeah. So what we see Rex, the bad guy of the movie, in army fatigues, fighting like a Conan the Barbarian type warrior
Named Mad Dog.
named Mad Dog, and we don't ever find out if that guy's in his garb from wherever he is from, or if they
Right.
just gave
We
him.
also
They
that.
just
know-
gave him barbarian garb.
We also wouldn't know his name if it wasn't for a computer screen, because that match starts in the most like arbitrary
Very-
and
it's
like,
just like,
you
okay.
really got to be paying attention to notice this match started, because she says nothing and just drops like a
She
handkerchief.
being the woman in
the
charge,
woman.
Diana.
Diana, the
She's
woman
the
in
woman in
charge.
charge of the Legion of Iron. There's at least.
Oh wait, you did see her once before that, because when Billy first gets put in the room. Oh, no, it's later. All right, fine.
Right, yeah.
The video.
No, that's
screen,
true.
no.
She's
Yeah.
in there on the video
On the
wearing that
video, they
weird
bring him in
cape
a
thing.
yeah, she's
She
like
looks
the
like
villain from
Vampira or
Battletoads.
something.
Yeah.
It's fucking weird.
She's got
Yeah.
this weird headdress.
like
with,
Star
like,
Crash level
It's,
costume.
Right.
it's crazy.
Like she's wearing like her hair is covered by like a hooded shell with a little diamond thing on it.
yeah,
It's
with weird like bug wings behind her.
Yeah, it's like an episode of Red
That might have
Dwarf.
been the best costume the entire
Actually, yes.
movie.
Like
though.
that's
pretty
like
good.
at that point, I would have been like, "Am I on Earth?"
Right.
When that woman
Yeah,
popped
she
up on
looks
the
like an
screen, I'm like,
alien. What happened? I haven't.
but she says some dumb shit to him
She
in the
introduced
cage.
herself as Queen Diana, I think, which they didn't make absolutely no reference to in the rest of the movie. Like, this isn't a kingdom of any sort. Not really sure how you became queen.
Well, she sort of.
We'll find out.
describes
We'll
it,
talk about how that happens.
Yeah. God.
But,
It's the only back. Anyway, all right. And so then, yeah, he gets drug out to the fight where she's tied to a pole. Then these fights, man,
Where
are
the-
so poorly like choreographed.
we don't really need to say much more than that.
It's not
sad.
even worth talking about. It's just like it's bad.
It's not
And
an
It's
actual
like the most
movie.
slow-paced, agonizing.
It's
like-
annoying.
You could have literally
Bad.
like faded to the end of the fight and just said who won. It doesn't matter.
True.
It doesn't matter at
Yeah.
all, because most of the time it's like one guy kicking the shit out of the other, and then the other one wins. And, you're
And
like,
the
what?
cutting is
Eh.
really weird. It's like repetitive shots that just keep showing over and over again.
It's bad. So
not
Rex
good.
wins the fight, and he wins Allison, the girl. And then Billy's like, "I'm here, Allison. I'm here." And he like breaks free.
He breaks free of the grasp and like punches
Yeah,
Rex.
he
and-
tackles Rex, and then the guards pull him off, and Diana's like, "I'm gonna punish you," and Rex is like, "I'm gonna fuck your bitch. Peace." And right, so he leaves to go fuck her. The woman takes him to get punished.
Because if she says if you win the fights, you get the women. The
Yeah.
entire incentive for this whole movie, for everything everyone does, is pussy.
Yes.
It's awful.
You got
like, that's the
kidnapped,
incentive
taken
for
to a hole in the
everything.
ground, and now you need to fight
Not
to make sure you
just
can
like,
fuck
oh,
things.
there's like a bunch of women down there ready to have consensual sex with you. It's like,
no,
no, it's a rape den, and
they're
we're
also
forcing all
You
of
get
these.
to visit the
exactly.
rape room.
You're
Yeah.
all prisoners, but they're worse prisoners than you somehow. Like,
Yeah, how does that work? They're basically slaves,
Yeah.
and then there's the women are treated less than that, where they're like food for the slaves almost. We're out of fresh bitches. Somebody go to the store. Like,
Go to the suburbs and kidnap people at random. At random. Just anyone. Just take them.
Whenever you see a woman you'd like to fuck, just
Yeah,
put her in
right,
a
she'll
bag
do.
and bring her over here. She's like, what the fuck? Come on. So
It's so awful.
we've got no
completely
shortage of
horrible.
fucking loincloths to dress them in. Don't worry.
their like lingerie bill must have been out of control.
Oh, it
as all
was.
those women wore was like lingerie 24/7. Either that or they must have a dry cleaner in that dungeon. It was all like silk 90s.
True.
Anyway,
You gotta hand wash that shit, man. You can't just.
she's about to get raped
By Rex.
by Rex in this
He's
room.
like forcing himself on her, and then
and
Diana
then it shows,
has
Diana's got Billy tied to a
a
chair
in
who's
front of a
watching,
TV.
watching a video feed of her being raped. And
Not
that's
just like, here's the thing, it's not just him screaming while watching it. We actually see like Rex's entire orgasm.
Yeah.
And it's really long
It's
and
It's
really
so
long.
long. We see him like his O face, and then like the aftermath of his O face in one shot.
the best, dude. It was so
it doesn't cut away at all.
good.
It's
No,
like-
one long thing.
It's
comfortable.
not okay at all. Like,
What did you want it to cut to? Like an inside
Show me him,
fucking
like-
vagina shot.
I wanted
of,
it
like,
to cut to him taking off his fucking socks.
Rex had his fucking socks on, and Jen was like, "Oh, really? With your socks on?" Like,
that's the problem. Oh, how awful.
I was okay with this rape until his socks didn't come off, because that's just gross.
Oh, my socks in the bed.
It's. I don't care who you are, you're not
Right.
wearing socks in my
Rape
bed.
or no rape, take off the socks.
Socks aside, I'm just saying. Number one, you're showing me this awful, disgusting thing.
Yeah.
Don't give me a shot of the rapist's face
When he's
as
cum.
like,
Enjoying himself.
enjoying it.
Yeah, it's
for
true.
An
It was-
extended, it
God,
had to
it's
be
so
a
long.
15-second
Really
cut.
uncomfortable.
Because when
It's-
he
God.
like, you could tell he came, and then it waited a long time, and you're like, what? Why? Why?
His lip kind of
His lip sort of quivered. I was like, is he gonna say something? And then he went, more, and I was like, oh my god, is he still coming? Like, what is this anymore?
Why? What's the
Stop
point?
showing me his face. So Billy watched that shit, and he starts crying, and then Diana's like,
Which is like how the audience should feel at this point.
and
Yeah.
she goes, hey, I bet you want to kill him now, don't you?
Which now shows us her whole process.
Yeah,
Right.
she kidnapped him to
And
do
his
that
girlfriend
and
so that she could be raped so he would watch, then want to kill the next guy. Like it's some kind of cyclical thing. Like you keep bringing in couples to get rape.
Right,
kill,
exactly.
rape.
Why was she? God, why did she?
Is she
want
making
someone to
money
beat
off
Rex?
of this?
Why did she want someone to beat Rex?
Right,
Yeah.
that's the thing. If Rex is her champion, why not just keep giving him weaker people and he would just keep beating them? I don't understand.
Because the people betting.
the people were
wouldn't bet as-
betting on it, right?
You want,
So-
you want
Oh,
you
yeah.
gotta keep it
There's this-
exciting.
There's this very elaborate 8-bit computer system which they're using to
Dude,
bet.
that's like 4-bit.
yeah, it was. It
it's
was like
bad.
It's slow.
It's
It's not good.
like they thought it was like the stock market, how fast it was flashing. It was nothing.
Like there is an audience.
Some guy
at-
named Diane bet $4,500.
Yeah, right.
Like what?
There's an audience at these
Yes.
fights too. It looks like they're like Saudis and stuff. Or
Does
I
it?
guess.
no,
It's like-
no, it's like white businessmen, and then they give them these like black clothes and aviators for no
Yeah,
fucking
It's like
reason
white
at all.
businessmen with like a half ninja getup.
Right.
Like they had ninja clothes on. They didn't tie it.
Like I don't want anybody in here to recognize me in this like secret rape fight dungeon.
Right? Yeah.
Secrecy is important.
Yeah, right.
So she's like, yeah, you should kill him now. So go train and you can win other bitches. But she was like, you can get your girl back if you win, or you can fuck me If you feel like it.
What if
So
if you
she's
win,
like-
you can fuck me.
Yeah, she wants to fuck
I'm the
him.
prize now.
Yeah, she wants to fuck him.
Even though he has absolutely no incentive to want to fuck this awful bitch
Yeah,
that
no,
just like
absolutely not.
had his girlfriend
You just
raped.
had my girlfriend raped
Yeah.
in front of me.
And now you think I'm gonna fuck you?
That's like a prize? You want me to do this?
I don't even know where I am.
Still.
I have not asked once.
Not at all.
Like, what is any of this?
Like,
Right.
wouldn't you ask the guard when you're waiting for her to come in the room? You know, like the stuff that isn't on
In, like,
screen.
the
you'd
3
be like,
hours that
"So
you
where the
have,
fuck
yeah.
am I anyway, guys?
Yeah, like what? Can you give
Can
me
someone just
something?
level with me here? You just tell me. Are we
that's-
even underground? I don't
Yeah.
even-
I mean, I'm gonna die here probably fine. Just let me know why.
Where it was
Just give
and
me
why.
something. Yeah, anything.
That's when he goes back to the cell, and that's where they show him the like commercial, basically, for being a prisoner who gets to rape other prisoners.
Which doesn't make any sense because they're kidnapping people
We're
to
not
enslave.
exaggerating. The
Yeah.
whole movie is about rape.
Yeah,
It's-
it's
It's not like we're exaggerating one aspect of it. The movie is fucking fueled by
Everyone
rape.
is fucking somebody, and whether you can't tell whether they like it or not, and it doesn't really
Yeah.
matter.
and
to
it's
be
all.
honest.
It feels disgusting.
Yeah,
it's
it's
dirty.
just gross.
It's fucking gross.
It feels like a low budget porno kind of. Just like we're like they can't afford
Yeah.
to show like
It feels more hateful than most porn.
Yeah,
though.
right,
Like,
right.
Absolutely.
It hates women way more than
Yeah.
most porn.
that's
This movie
that's
hates-
saying a lot.
Well,
it
this
really
movie,
is.
He
that
like
shit.
loathes. Whoever
Yeah.
wrote this loathes women.
He never got laid without money or a baseball bat or a knife or something.
He was.
the guy who wrote this, like, seriously.
Yeah, I feel like he was castrated in bed after a divorce or something. Because you hate women if you made this movie.
Yes.
It's terrible.
So he watches the video where it's like some guy being like, I fought my way to freedom and now I still fuck women just outside of a hole in the ground. Isn't this wonderful? Hey, go kill a bunch of people. And then Billy's like, eh.
and that's on a tape.
He literally
that's on
goes
a,
like,
that's
"Pah."
note that is on a VHS tape.
Oh yeah, it's a
Yeah.
VHS
It comes
tape.
back later.
And oh God,
You're right. It
You're
does.
right. I
It
forgot
comes
about
back.
that.
It's important.
Jesus. So Billy's like, this is horse shit. Then they let like this black guy into his room,
Which
and
is really weird.
and
I
he
don't know
won't
why
even
that-
look at him. Like I don't know what he thought that guy was
He was
coming
just
into
in
his
the
room
corner. It
for.
was really fucking
He
weird.
wouldn't look at him. He walks over and he goes, what was his name? I forget his name. No. Lyle.
Lyle, right?
Lyle,
That's
right.
it.
Lyle
Yeah,
Wagner.
Lyle.
He's like, my name's Lyle.
He's a champion too.
Yeah, he's a fighter too. You saw him earlier, but he was wearing like loincloths and he was wearing animal pelts
Yeah.
and had a big sword, and he looked like I don't know what. Because in that scene, they
he's-
don't say anything.
But
and
he's
you're like, who are
obviously
these
champion
people?
because he gets his choice of woman and he chooses to be monogamous.
Yes.
Which
We don't
is
know that
weird
yet.
because the rest of the movie hates women so much, and then it tries to make this hero out of the guy who chooses to be monogamous. Even though
Yeah,
he
but
doesn't
then,
have
But
to.
then
then
he
think
also-
about what happens.
Yeah,
you know what I
he
mean?
also
Like,
does-
It gets yeah, but I'm saying they
Right.
ruin that one that shred
Right.
of like good they had in the movie. They ruin it. So he tells
No,
him.
yeah, you're right. I just thought of that. You're
Yeah,
right.
the
Yeah.
one thing that was
No
going on was
one-
Lyle.
Yeah.
The fact that Lyle was
everybody
a good
had
man.
some sort of gross, like demeaning and demoralizing sex with someone else
Yeah,
at some
it's true.
point.
except him.
no, he
Except
did.
that-
He,
no,
he
he
had
did.
it with,
Like that,
with the
but
Queen
that
Diana.
point,
At that point,
he's
Oh,
monogamous.
Yeah.
He refuses to have multiple partners,
Right.
Even though he could have the whole bevy of women.
Right. But anyway,
this
he's not
movie's
wearing
so
he's not wearing his
depressing.
loincloth get up in the cell for some reason.
No.
He's wearing like an old football jersey.
Yeah, and that's when
Like-
the other kid's like, "Oh, you're Lyle Wagner, man. You played football." He says like, "You were on this team for 14 years, and then you just disappeared."
And no one-
And it's like no one fucking plays football for 14 years for anyone, and then gets kidnapped and is really good at anything else. You know what I mean? Like
Your bones are done by that
You're just a
point.
fucking walking pile of pain at that
Yeah.
point. You're just sore. You're done after 14
Although
years of football.
that is some fucking backstory on what this is. They kidnap soldiers and
Yeah.
athletes to do this, and I guess barbarians.
Well, they say
whatever
later,
that other guy was.
They revealed at one point that Rex is volunteering to do it. Rex volunteers to be there.
yeah, Rex wants to be
He-
there.
Why? Why the fuck would you want to be there? I mean, if you're in a rape, he doesn't even seem that into the raping. He can beat people up anywhere. You know what I mean? It could be a job where you can be respected.
Yeah, I mean,
Not
let's be honest.
hiding in a hole in a desert.
If you wanted to rape and you looked like that guy, you could pretty much do it outside of a hole in the ground. You know what I'm saying?
Do it any way you want.
Yeah, he's like a mountain. He
He's
doesn't
huge.
need to answer to anyone.
Good God! Like, what are you like? I would love to live in a hole in the ground and never see the sun again, just to be able to fuck women who hate it. What?
Yeah, because his room
What?
there's no windows anywhere. He's in a dungeon with.
Oh, we forgot to bring that up. When he rapes Allison, he finishes, does the whole cum face thing, and then he looks over and goes, "Who's next?" And that's when you realize there's a room full of people.
Women just staring at it happening.
Like, it's supposed to be like this huge thing that he's watching it happen, and then you're like, there's a whole audience. Who gives a fuck? Like, everybody's watching this woman get raped.
It's
I bet
awful.
Dude, the doors to these cells were basically see-through. I bet everybody, all
Paper
the guards
thin.
were just watching for the whole. Everybody saw
Not
that
to
girl get
mention, there's
raped.
a whole subplot about
God.
the guard. Man, the guards are all
Oh,
homosexuals,
Jesus.
and they want to have sex.
with the
For
fighters.
the fighters, but also rape.
Yeah,
they also want to rape them.
Who fucking made this?
Dude,
It's
we were
like-
laughing so hard because when they came in the room, we were like, "Man, if he gets raped right now, like, what is this even about?" Everyone's getting raped in this movie. So crazy. So that's oh God, where are we? What are we talking about now?
It's-
they fuck. He gets sent back to his room. He meets the black guy. He's like, "I'm gonna train you. I'm your only."
He says
friend."
the only way to get out of here is to fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he decides to train. What's the white
Billy.
good white guy Billy? Lyle decides
Let's
to
not call
train
him the good white guy. Let's just call him
The white guy, because he's definitely not.
He's not
the
good.
white
At anything.
protagonist.
The
I
white
guess.
main character.
The white main character. Yeah, he's not really good.
I don't know. Protagonist
not
sounds like
good.
I condone anything about this movie, and I don't.
Yeah,
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 absolutely
no,
not.
yeah, does not.
He's
get
just the antagonist.
the antagonist.
Oh God.
Okay, so Lyle and the antagonist are together, and he decides he's gonna train him. So we get that montage of
That's
him.
sweet.
Oh man, it's great because it cuts from the same shot to like the same shot, but a little bit wider.
Well,
So,
no,
like
it's
a little
like,
bit,
there's the training room, and then there's that
which
like,
has weapons.
closet
Note has weapons all up
over
and
it.
down the
all
walls.
over it.
We're talking like katana blades and
Well, no,
axes.
Axes.
In the main room, there's just weights, and then there's that little side room that has all the swords and stuff in it, and there's like a metal door that separates it. During the montage,
Yeah.
it just went from being inside of that door to standing outside of that
from the
door.
same angle.
From the same exact
Yeah,
angle,
from the
and they were
same
standing
angle.
the same distance from each other. Why the fuck would you ever train in that little room? They were barely able to move in that room.
And
It
they're
was like,
swinging weaponry around.
just- Like, we need enough. It's not a montage if the whole thing's in the same room.
Yeah.
And you can't just turn the
They
camera.
changed shirts, Matt.
It's a totally different day. He's been
Yeah.
at this for weeks. So that's when you have the worst training montage ever. And then he's back in his
So
room. That's
long.
when he almost gets raped by the guards.
Dude, there's two guards that want to have sex
They,
with him.
yeah, they come in the room and they're like, "We're gonna." What did
Yeah.
they say?
They said we want your ass.
Yeah,
We want your
came
ass.
For your
Came
ass.
for your ass. Which I thought was very romantic.
Yeah.
Oh, we gotta talk about like the noises people make when they're like shot or moved, because already it's happened a couple times when he
Right,
sees when he gets pulled away from when she takes away to be raped and he gets pulled away, he goes like it's like
Yeah,
these
it's
weird screams, and they're just like people make the worst sounds in this movie. It's awesome.
It's like satire of screaming.
Yeah. We said it was like if somebody had just gone ow one time, it would be like, okay,
Amazing.
they knew what they were doing, but they didn't. They just suck at it really bad.
Jeez.
Oh, so
Yeah, the acting's pretty great.
it's really bad.
It's really good.
But then like Lyle's room is across from Billy's. He's about to get raped, and he goes to save him by like. They never explain where he got like that.
No, that weird rope.
or
Yeah,
how he,
right.
or why, or how
Made
he
no
attached
sense.
it to the keys that were across the hallway.
Yeah, he opened
he
a
gets the
door with a
keys.
rope and keys to go and save him.
Yeah, and then he
And
walks.
then he threatens
And like,
the
if he
guards.
has a rope and
He's
keys
like-
in it, why the fuck is he in a cell? Like,
Well,
it
here,
doesn't
let me
even
put
matter.
this- here's what confuses me. Because he says to the guards, "You can't hurt me because I'm one of her biggest earners. Diana's biggest earners." And I'm like, well, wait a minute. How come Rex is like the big man on campus in this Legion of Iron thing?
but you're
But
making
why
$1
aren't
million.
you him?
But you're so important that
Shouldn't
you can
you
tell a
be-
guard not to do his job.
Shouldn't they be
Well,
fighting
I mean,
too?
is his job to rape him?
Would this kid ever?
I mean, everybody else knew about it, so was it okay?
But you understand what I'm saying, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
No.
Like I'm saying that Lyle should be fighting Rex, not this new guy.
No,
At all.
absolutely not.
Because the new guy's gonna get fucking pounded flat in a second. But we've got a guy who's so important he can't be hurt by the guards.
It doesn't make any
It
sense.
doesn't make sense who's
Like,
on top here.
It doesn't even make sense why he was led into Billy's cell in the first place, because she never told him to train Billy.
He just thought,
He just decided to do it.
Wait, what?
Lyle
Like,
just
why
wants
did
to,
Lyle ever befriend Billy?
He just wants to get out of there, man.
All right.
Wait, I just was under the assumption this entire time that she was like, "Oh yeah, go train him," and then I just
That's
thought
what
about
I
it. and
thought
was
for a long
like, that
time
never
too.
happened.
It didn't.
That never
though.
happened at all.
Because I was like, why would a guard let him into the room if she didn't tell him to do it?
But she was watching them the entire time.
Yeah.
That's the
Don't
thing.
you
She
see?
has
She's a puppet master,
No,
Matt.
fuck
There's
that.
strings everywhere.
she has this busted video surveillance, and just like all over the place. She just can flip between channels of whatever rape she wants to watch at whatever time, basically.
I mean, she obviously has issues. The whole thing was like a sexual fantasy for her. Mm-hmm. This is her, like, as far as the characters go, this is
Yeah.
her sexual fantasy, like a giant dungeon of big men fighting and then, like, taking advantage
And everyone
of women.
fucking everyone else.
Yeah, on her command.
Dude,
yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's not just the fighters that get to fuck the women, though. Because think about how many times they were walking through a hallway and there was a guard with a woman on his lap, like they were in a a bit bar in the old West or something. Like they're sitting there like smoking a cigarette with a chick on their lap playing cards.
Right.
And you're like, and it's a rape prisoner.
You're like, is that
But
chick-
they're not in a cell. They're just in a hallway.
Is that woman,
What?
like, into
They only had
it?
so many
Yeah.
places they could film at. One was a hallway. Another
Well,
one was
why
a
would
room that
the-
looked like a cave.
If they're like double slaves because they're slaves to slaves, why are they just out in the hallway while people are doing nothing?
Well, it's so that they can get raped in the hallway, obviously.
Every place
Is a rape place,
there's a
like
no-
every place.
This is a,
Oh, there's not a safe room.
no,
in this
exactly.
fucking-
Like hallway, cave, wherever.
it's like a honeycomb with
the
just
same
rape
fact
room.
remains:
That's it.
you're gonna get raped. Like someone's coming for
there
you.
has to be one like rape-free zone in that whole thing, right?
There's no way.
outside.
It's sort of like
There's no way.
What if there's like one guy who just isn't into sex and like he fought for it like through like his union or whatever just to get like it's this blue square in this cave. It's just like the no rape zone. He just stands in it.
Yeah.
Like I just needed a break.
I'm not leaving.
a little break.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Trying to collect my thoughts.
Oh God.
Well, back to raping.
Back to all that rape, I guess.
My Prozac wasn't really working enough. Gotta get to the blue zone. My prescription wants out.
Put him in the blue zone.
Put him in the blue zone until you drug
It's
him
like
up
a
and up
punishment
there.
for the other guards.
You're right.
Put them in the blue zone, but no, I won't be able to rape anyone there.
Think about what you've done.
It's the sick mind that could come up with this. It's insane.
This movie sucks. It's so dark.
It's so it's more than dark. It's fucking despicable. There's no other word for it.
That's true.
It's not entertainment because it's never.
No.
It's never like condemned enough, you know. Like there's no
It's never
point
condemned at
where
all.
Somebody's like, "This is terrible." It's just like even the antagonist, that guy. He never goes. He's like, "It's bad that someone else had sex with my fiance." Not everyone's getting raped and murdered.
Someone
Like,
fucked my bitch
No,
before
dude,
I did.
it's bad all over. It's not just personal problems with you. The writer didn't even put like anyone calling to attention to the fact.
No, there's no
that you're
morality
in,
to
like,
it at all.
The seventh level of hell. Like,
Like, you know what's really bad down here? These men are fighting each other to the death. You know that's the bad part, right?
That's the terrible aspect.
That's the
of
awful.
This. These
terrible.
men were kidnapped and forced to
These
be
poor
super
men.
manly and fuck a bunch of chicks.
Yeah, right. Right, exactly. They have to kill each other, but also they get to rape till their heart's content. It's like
who
Which
am I
is
rooting
apparently
for?
bottomless.
Yeah, right.
Who am I rooting for as an audience member?
Well, at this point, still, you're like, Billy's gonna save his girlfriend. I mean, after like the next 10
you got
minutes,
no one
it's
else.
over.
It's only because you sheerly have no one else.
No. I
Like
wish there was like a janitor you saw in one shot just so you could be like, that guy's probably pretty normal at least. That's the hero. That's the protagonist of the movie.
He's just mopping up like, oh, this
He's, like,
goddamn
cleaning up all
raping.
the common blood on the floor and shit. He's just mopping it up. You're like, that guy's a real hero.
At the end of the movie,
The
that guy
conditions
breaks
he
his,
has
like,
to
mop
work
handle
in.
in half and starts stabbing everybody. Yeah.
Freedom.
It takes no more.
Freedom.
He rips down the freedom banner.
Makes a cape out of it.
Yeah.
But the other weird undertones too is that like Lyle, the black guy, comes into the room and he's like, nobody here trusts me. And the number one reason is because I'm black.
So wonderful. They're racist to boot.
Yeah, it's like after the rape, him
And
getting...
not to mention there's that one Mexican guy.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, God.
He gets called a wetback for no reason.
No reason at all.
Give me something. Can someone just like have a sandwich and a conversation? Like, you're not raping and murdering people. It's like racial slurs. Come on.
Come on, Lee.
Something. This was made for
man.
like a demon to watch. Are you possessed by a demon? You're the audience.
If you show this, that's how you figure it out.
Yeah.
You just watch this with somebody, and if they're like, "Man, that was fun," you're just like, "Holy water!"
Yep,
just
you're
like
done.
burning them alive.
Kid, I hate you now. You're not my friend.
And I'm pretty sure
Unfriended
you're
on
not even
Facebook for
human being.
sure.
You should call
At the
the
very
cops
least,
on
we're
him.
off Facebook.
Should report them.
God, yeah. Can I just have you arrested for liking this movie? This guy's getting raped.
There's
someone.
there's like a 187 for Legion of Iron.
They're probably using this in like interrogation techniques. They're just
Watch
like,
this movie, then write your thoughts. down
right,
this
exactly.
paper. And then you get imprisoned.
Suspected rapist gets to watch Legion of Iron. Did you like the movie? Well, yes, I did. Oh, convicted.
Convicted.
You're guilty.
You don't even get a trial.
dude, if you, yeah, jeez.
It's a litmus test.
You have
a
to
legally
stand-
approved litmus test for people.
You have to stand in a white room with nothing in it, naked, and
No
watch the
stimuli
movie.
at all except Legion of
But if you get a boner at all, like even a slight chub, you're dead.
Any kind of movement
Like, we're
at
just
all.
Like, we don't need you on Earth. Like, go
Anything.
away.
Like it was a video made for that by the government and it got out and was released on VHS. It's like, oh whoa, we weren't supposed. Oh well,
Like,
it's
somebody
out now.
was
It's
leaking
like-
it like conspiracy theory shit, and some guy was like, "Oh, this would work on Cinemax at like 3 a.m."
You never know. Maybe some serial killers need to masturbate too.
Where are we in the movie?
Dude, I don't.
That's when during the second training montage is when he's like, I'm black, and that's why no one trusts me. But that scene's pretty funny because he's talking about how no one trusts anyone, and it shows literally everyone in the room looking like dodgy at everyone else, including guards, other
Like no one
inmates,
trusts anyone.
No one trusts anyone.
But there's absolutely nothing that that proves that in the rest of the movie. They're always hanging out together. No one appears to hate each other.
they're
they
all-
fight and then they
all
help
live
each other
there.
up.
They all live there.
They
It's
all
not
have
like
sex.
they're going
yeah.
home and coming back and clocking in.
Yeah.
It's like you live here now. The guard. It's like the guards. Their payment is they get to like rape the fucking everything. I guess.
Yeah, do they not make money? Where do you live when you work there?
Yeah, you're living in a cell just like everybody else.
Yeah, I know,
You're
right?
working 24 hours a day.
Yeah, where's your home life? You have no home life. Where are all the babies that all this unprotected raping is producing?
Well, this guy too.
You don't know that it's
We weren't shown the
unprotected.
abortion room, probably.
Yeah, I guess they didn't. I mean, if you're gonna have that much rape in a movie, I don't think abortion's
There's no
out
way.
of the question to talk
There's
about
no
at this
way
point.
universe
Because-
this depressing. No,
isn't ripe with abortions. Like,
Yeah.
like abortion clinics
shit.
are like 7-Elevens in this
Oh
world.
my
They're just on every
God.
corner because that's all.
Head over
anybody's
over the
doing.
abortion cave.
I'm not even sure. Just flush me out. I don't know.
It's
I'm
a
pretty
se-
sure I got fucked by like
It's
30
a separate
people
legion,
yesterday.
actually. There's another legion down the street. It's all abortions there. It's like we're just
The Legion of Wrought Iron. Like, The Legion of Industrialized Steel. They're really into just like scalping people. Like every Legion has like its own little quirk.
It's like a neighborhood in the desert of legions. They're all just the most heinous human acts possible.
Good Lord. I mean, I'm not to ruin the end of this movie, but what if at the end of this, when they walk away in the desert, they just come across
Another Legion?
bunker? It's just another Legion. God, that'd be so
They
good.
just get a net just falls
Oh,
over
they're
there. They
trapped
get dragged
again.
into another legion, and on the door it says it, Legion of Abortions or something. Like, come on!
Damn it! So anyway, there's all this training montage, and Billy's getting better, I guess.
He's
or
starting
whatever.
to fight better.
Then
Yeah.
it's like,
Certainly wasn't demonstrated in his choreography.
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
he's fighting the Mexican guy, and he like breaks his wooden club, and he goes to pick up the pieces, and he like takes a little splinter of it
right.
and puts it in his sock. And then that night, he like agrees to get fucked by what was his name? I kept calling him Phil Docolo. I'm just calling
He
him
looked like
Philip.
Phil.
He did.
His name was like Roy or something.
Yeah, he was like, you want to fuck
Looked
me,
like a
Roy?
Roy.
Come on,
I
let's
finally
do
I
it.
changed my mind. We haven't got. We skipped over one of the most important things.
What?
Was before this, he did see his girlfriend again.
No, that hasn't happened yet.
No, that's not yet.
happened.
No,
That
that's
hasn't
not
happened
yet.
You sure?
Yeah.
That's the punishment for what's about to happen.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. Talk
Yeah,
about
so
it.
he.
Oh, you're right. Okay, yeah.
So he stabs the guard in the eye, takes off his clothes, like puts his clothes on, and takes his shotgun. And that's when me and Jen were like, "Is he gonna scalp him?" Because they know what the guard looks like. There's no.
They know what
way-
he looks
There's
like.
no
This
way
guy's blonde. The guard has long black
They
hair.
all live together.
At this
in a
point, clothes
rape
are
dungeon.
not going to disguise you.
That's not gonna be good enough. So then he goes to Rex's room, and this is where I just don't understand anything anymore. He's in Rex's room. He could have just shot him with the shotgun and killed him and taken her and left. There was no guard on the floor
if
anymore. He
anything-
already killed that guy.
If anything, kill him just because he should be dead as a human being.
Right.
yeah.
Like, don't. You know what I mean? Just die. Kill him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your life is forfeit at this point anyway. You're not getting out.
Right.
But he just grabs Allison, and they go to leave, and they get pretty far, and he actually gets out of the building. He's killed so many people with the shotgun.
But not Rex. Everyone but
everyone
Rex.
Yeah.
And then he gets outside, kills some more people, and then she accidentally kills a guy, or she kills a guy who falls on top of her, and she's like stuck under him, and she's like, "Help, Billy, please."
I swear to God, all of her lines, if she's not saying something like, whatever, what she says later, her line is only like, Billy.
Billy, yeah, until she
Something.
flips.
Right.
Like, she's just like, "Billy, please help, no."
Ow,
such a victim.
Billy.
It's disgusting.
Yeah, it's
awful.
really bad.
Yeah,
So
she's
then-
such a victim. It's
So they close the door, they get like taken back, and then their punishment for Billy is everybody gets a club. And I literally mean
A
everybody.
club.
I'm almost sure that was every person that lived in that
No.
thing was
Had a
there.
club.
Had a club, and he had to walk through them while
like
they
a
beat
gauntlet formation where he had to walk through while they hit him in the back and the head with
Just
clubs.
anywhere they want, they just got to hit him with it. And then at the end of it, Allison has to hit him, and this is so fucking dumb and confusing. The queen lady or
like
Diana,
he's just been hit like
he should be
30,
dead.
40, 50
a lot.
times.
He's been
All she has to
beaten.
do is add one more hit.
Yeah, and
one.
she's like, I don't want to do it. And she's like, do it or you die. Which, that was really funny. This guy puts a gun to her head to be like, do it or die. But then she turns her head to look at Diana. So then I was like, wait a minute, that gun's just pointed at Diana at that point. And then the guy holding the gun just kind of like awkwardly, slowly
He
lifts
was
it
like-
out of
he was
frame.
doing-
He was like, wait a minute, maybe I shouldn't have the gun here anymore.
I guess we're done with the. Okay.
He was doing something else off screen, you know. He's like, he's signing for lunch or something. I was like, oh shit.
Out of the frame.
We can't afford to reshoot this, Daryl. What are you?
for saving all
First
the
eat all the crackers and now this.
All you had to do is hold the fucking gun, Daryl. Sorry, I'm sorry, guys.
That's what happens when they're not union, man. But oh god, then she proceeds to beat him like six times.
unmercifully.
Yeah.
She's like, "Oh, you like it? Is this what you wanted me to do?" It's like
With an
he
anger that
asked me to
seemingly
hit him.
come out of
She
nowhere.
did. Stop! What are you doing? And then they drag Billy away.
You almost think at that point, like, okay, is she into
Is
this?
she insane now? I guess.
Did he do something that we didn't see?
We
Now
know
she's
so
mad.
little about her at this point,
yeah.
except now she likes beating her boyfriend with a stick.
So God damn it. They drag him away, and that's when Diana is like, I got the perfect punishment for you now.
That you did exactly what I said.
No, she goes.
No, for trying to escape.
No, at first
Yeah.
she was like, what was the thing where she was like,
made her say yes.
answer the question or whatever, and she was like,
yes, mistress.
no, and she was like, no, but then she was like, answer the question.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, she goes answer the question. She goes no, and then she's like answer it. And it's like what,
We're like,
no,
she just did.
It's not a valid answer.
Answered it.
No. But she's like, I've got the perfect punishment for you. I'm gonna let every guy that it took to stop you from escaping rape you. And she's like
15
pretty sure
or
it was
so
like
men.
15 to 20 men.
Yeah.
And she's just like, no. And then she's like, you're gonna love it. And or something. And I don't even understand why this happens.
Didn't make any sense.
Eventually, Allison just goes,
Okay.
bring it on. Okay. I'm
Yeah, she
taking
just-
as many as you got. She said the more the merrier.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
She's
almost.
just like it's like
I guess it's
a
you're-
synapse in her brain burned out.
Yeah.
And she just became a different person or something. And he was just like,
I thought it was like
all
a
right,
ruse.
yeah.
I thought it was a ruse. Like she's like, okay, the only way I can get out of here is to fucking let him just pile drive through me and find a way out while that's happening. But no, that's not the plan.
No.
It wasn't
Oh.
a ruse.
We forgot earlier when after she gets raped by Rex the first time, she's talking to one of the other prostitutes who wipes her off like she's like
Just wipes off
covered
her
in
left
shame and
arm.
filth.
That's it. Just
she comes over the cloth and like wipes her arm. But they have that conversation where Allison's like, what do you think? You think you can fuck your way to freedom? Like, what do you think they're gonna do to us when we're old and ugly? And it's like, you're like I said, you're basically cattle for bigger cattle. Like, yes, you're
Not
gonna
to
die.
mention, that line is filled with such like fucking.
yeah. What about when we're all old and useless and we
Yeah,
don't
you see the metal
we don't even
word?
have our looks anymore because that's all we're good for. Do you know what I'm saying? Everything
my
about it.
God.
Movie sucks, dude. So then that's when you're just like, okay, so now why do I care if Billy fights Rex now?
Right.
Because she's a whore. Well, I guess he doesn't know that, but eventually she brings him to while he's training and is like, check out your girl, Billy. And she's like, I'm still a virgin, Billy.
She's
'cause
all
every
dolled up
time,
now.
Every time it's like the first
'cause I
time.
love it so much. I love it so much.
And they haven't like had a conversation before this. It's not like
No.
like she's
She
like,
hit him with
I'm
that
gonna
stick
start
8
acting
times.
like I'm down with this so that we can figure. No, she's just fucking down. She's like dressed all. She's like all dolled up. She's got like silver lipstick.
weird.
She has
on.
that weird side ponytail.
Yeah, with
thing,
like a-
but it was wrapped in so much shit. It was stuck out way too far. It looked weird as hell.
I mean, they didn't pay hair and makeup. They just didn't
No,
pay him.
no.
It was some guy in there who's like doubling as a rapist. And they're just like, rapist number 3, you're also going to be doing hair and makeup.
You're the hairstylist, so
But
yeah.
what do they care what they look like? They're just raping them constantly. They don't. It doesn't matter. They don't even need to have heads
God
probably
damn
for
it.
most of these guys.
This movie is so depressing.
It's horrible.
It's really bad.
so awful.
Oh God.
We kept checking the time in the middle of it just to be like, is it over? Can it just be over?
But it ends
Well, no,
like 3 times.
It really does. But that's why we kept checking times every time there was a milestone that in any other movie would happen like 3/4 of the way through. But happened in this just randomly. It was like, oh, they tried to escape when? 25 minutes in. Wild. Like, what? 25 minutes in the movie, you're already
It's
escaping.
only
You only
been
been there
that
for
long?
15.
We didn't even know who you're escaping from yet. We have no idea.
It's so awesome. So then what? Oh man, what happens after that?
Okay, so she's into it.
she's into it.
I'm pretty sure there's a second training montage with Lyle.
I think there's like 3 of them.
There's like
honestly.
3 training montages because it's like you got to pad out that runtime for VHS release. Seriously, because there was
There's nothing to this shit.
I don't remember.
just
what
show them
order
hitting
stuff
swords
happens
with
in.
each other and
I think that's when Lyle tells him that like I made these pipe gun things,
Right.
right?
And that's when he was like, oh, after they try to get out, he's like, oh, you can't get out. And the reason that you can't get out is because you tried to do it alone.
You have to
Even
do
though
it
you
together.
fucking got
You
out.
completely succeeded.
And everything was fine. And you've
It
already
wasn't for
killed
her.
half of the
Yeah.
people.
He was out. out.
He was out.
He was
so
literally
out.
outside
Hell
the
could've
door
been
and
evaded.
killed everyone that was outside.
Also, he had a gun that he was shooting everyone with, and then where was it? Then it was gone. The gun was just gone. He didn't have it anymore. He had real guns.
But Lyle has a plan.
But Lyle has
and Lyle
great
knows
plan.
how to build guns
Out
out
of-
of bed pipes.
and
the posts on the
string
bed.
and bullets. That's all you need.
bullets.
Three
So this is-
three ingredients.
This is
A
how
single shot gun, right?
Yes, one single shot. That's how amazing this movie is. Okay, it was about Billy trying to get his girl, but she's now
Now
crazy.
she's forfeit.
So she's gone.
She's gone.
So
Like,
what's the point?
The whole point of the movie was like thinking that he was saving her. That is forfeit. It is over. The plot has just erased
dissolved.
itself.
She's happy as shit right now.
Yeah, she's like, I love it. I finally found my heaven.
Right.
Yeah.
Terrible. Then now he needs to win the fight so that he can
It
get
should have just ended with
a
him killing
bed.
himself.
No,
He needs to win
kill
a bed
man.
to fuck people in.
He needs to
that he
kill
can
a
also
man
turn
to
his
create an orgy so he can steal bed parts.
Okay, yes.
That's the plan.
Yeah. He needs, if you win, you get a bed so that you can fuck in it. And then he's like, all right, once you have the bed, then we need to have an orgy. So that during the orgy, God, that scene was hilarious. He was fucking two women while this.
There's like four. There was four
Yeah,
women.
while he's sawing
there was a
away
gratuitous
bed
amount of
pipes.
women.
He wasn't
One of
sawing away-
whose head was just coming out of the bottom of the bed for no fucking
yeah,
reason.
what was she doing?
I don't
She was
know.
like scissoring against
She was
someone's
just like-
back of his
she-
thigh or something.
She was
Like,
just
what?
meat to have to fuck on top of. You're
Yeah.
Just like,
Just pile them on him. It doesn't even whatever which way, you know.
Yeah, he's fucking like three women while one of the other women
Well,
is
wait,
cutting
wait.
the pipes
he killed,
out. But
he fights Rex,
Okay, hold on. Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
He fights Rex and he kills Rex.
Hold on. Before that, just to confuse things even more, now that the plot has changed, there's a scene where
God, you really think about how the plot just dissolves.
it's just gone and starts again. It's awesome.
It's like another movie starts.
Like that one didn't work out so well. We're gonna
Yeah.
plan B.
Yeah.
There's a scene where Diana she convinces some dude to bet on Rex while she bet on
Billy.
Billy, yeah, right.
So and then she gives Billy like a pep talk about to win, and you're just like, what happened? If you wanted him to beat Rex, you shouldn't have turned his girlfriend into a whore, because now he has no reason to beat Rex.
Right.
No,
And
his
she doesn't
incentive is
understand
completely
that he
gone.
needs a bed to make a gun out of. So why would she think he'd still want to beat Rex? You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, what? Why? It's so confusing. It's so fucking confusing.
Not to mention, if they have tools that work on sawing apart bedposts.
Yeah, like, can you do anything with them?
Can you right?
Like escape, build a tunnel,
Sure,
do anything.
dig anything.
Could
Cut
the
off.
plan, could
Cut
the
off
plan
a.
be using the weapons they let you use during practice? Could you smuggle them out?
Bob, we will get to that shit at the end, because that is.
Well, I'm not even talking about the other discuss. I'm talking about just the ones we've already seen them use. Because they train with weapons.
Yeah,
Dude,
a lot of them.
These fights don't happen that frequently. Like, the people, remember that it shows that one thing where she's talking to somebody over TV, being like, hey, what do you think about a fight? You should come down. And he's like, all right, I'll be there. It's in the middle of fucking nowhere. These people have to take private jets, charter fucking Aborigines to get them to this goddamn tunnel. All these guys are doing is training with weapons and not using them to kill the captors. They're not armed for probably only while they're sleeping. And somehow they can't escape. It's crazy. It's craziness, man. This movie is so fucking crazy.
Just a dungeon
so
full
nuts.
of trained killers, and none of them can do anything. Nothing.
We don't trust each other.
Like, no one this far.
Can't kill these weak gay
up
guards.
until now. Yeah, up
the
until
guards
now.
are tiny little weird looking dudes. There's no guard.
That can be distracted by buff men who they want to fuck. You have every opportunity to break out of this goddamn nightmare.
And no one does
no one thought, hey, we could use this.
Oh, man. So he fights
God,
Rex.
it's so depressingly misguided in every way. Even if you remove the rape and like loathsome view of women, it's still shit.
It's
It's
totally
not
shit.
like, hey, it's pretty good if you take all the other stuff out.
No.
It's like it's pretty much irreversible. Like, nah.
Like Irreversible is kind of like artistic if you remove all the horrid shit.
Yeah, right. It's
But
true.
this, like,
Whoa.
it's like a piece of shit on top of being way almost worse than Irreversible. God.
It's like fucking a dead body on top of a woman you're planning to rape afterwards. It's like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
At least
is
Irreversible
absolutely
had some
disgusting.
redemption at the end of it. You know what I mean? This had nothing. Just a bunch of people getting raped, and at the end, you're just like, I don't care.
Yeah. I know. I mean,
It like rips your soul right out of your body.
does.
the
It's
only
like,
satisfying ending
no
would be
one-
the entire thing being like fucking like a damn neutron bomb going off and creating a crater.
Asteroid just takes out the whole continent. Like, all right.
Good.
All of that's gone.
All of them should have been erased. It's fine now. That's the happy ending.
Oh, God. So he fights Rex. It's boring as hell. It doesn't matter. He wins. Does he kill Rex in the gladiator thing?
No idea.
I don't remember.
He kills Rex.
He does?
I'm pretty sure he killed. Yeah, Rex died.
Did he?
He hit him with the stick. He had won.
Maybe that was just my dreams. I was happy. I was hoping.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. Rex is not in the picture anymore, right?
Ugh,
He's basically.
He's fucking useless.
Yeah. So now there's no.
He gets his orgy. He gets to get the bed
No.
pipes.
No. He does get his bed eventually, but right after he wins, that's when Diana's like, "You won, so I'm gonna fuck you." And
They have sex.
despite it being your
She
choice.
gives him a
I'm gonna
hand job
fuck
to
you.
end all hand jobs.
Yeah, that
Oh,
hand job was amazing.
It was like if you
Jesus.
palmed somebody's outer pants.
Just open palm
palmed it and
from
rubbed
like their chest down to their knee.
By the way, at this point, he is wearing his Ziggy Stardust outfit,
Yes, this is where
which
he
is
gets his-
insane looking. It's like glitter-filled, like foam core, like around his shoulders with a bare stomach. It looks. You would
not-
never wear that.
He's
in a
fighting the
gladiator
guy
ring.
Rex who's like built like Arnold Schwarzenegger, or like what's the Slavic guy in Rambo? What's that guy?
Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah, okay,
Well,
so
yeah.
he kind of looks like Dolph Lundgren a little bit. And he's just wearing like regular pants and he's like all tan and glistening, looks really good. And then they have the fucking protagonist out there. It's like this skinny little
He's
dude
so tiny.
in like glitter dad shorts and like one nipple covered. Like,
And they don't give a
What?
reason for it. Like, if the reason was Diana wanted him to look like an ass, okay, I can believe
Yeah, like
that.
they all had like, God, they're like Mad Dog, and like I mean Rex had like a military like kind of motif going, like
and they
she
all
was
have
just
cool
like,
names, and he's just fucking
Gay
Billy.
Billy.
Against, Mad Dog the Destroyer.
Here's Billy in his Tron ballet uniform. Like, what the fuck is
Like
that?
give him a special name. You can't call
Versus
him
a guy
Billy.
wearing the skin of his fucking captors. I mean, it's like.
And he looks like he was dressed in
Yeah, it's
Joanne
like,
fabric.
and what it looks like is like, oh, we're really sorry, this is all we had left. It's a small, I hope it
like
fits. Like,
It's like some kid's Gozer costume that his dad made for.
Retrofitted.
Like,
it did look like that.
it's terrible.
And a movie as heinous as this, too. To see him walk out in that.
Like, there should be no glitter in that building. There's nothing fanciful going on. You cannot create a sense of whimsy within the walls of the Legion of Iron. It's
They all should have just come out covered in shit. Seriously. It was like,
Diana was like, you know what? This is all actually pretty awful. Why don't we dress him really fun? Just go wild with it, guys. Let's just have a little fun here.
All right, so we have a main character we don't know anything about except that played football and wants to fuck virgin girl before anyone else, and now he's mad that it didn't happen, right? And then a girl who was
Not
like
mad that
super
people
wholesome.
have been
No, yeah, not the people who raped. And then then we have a girl we don't know anything about, and all we know is that she wanted to-
man.
we're nowhere near close to being finished.
We gotta finish soon.
All right.
The mole men want us back.
But we have this girl, all she wanted to do was get married before she had sex, and now she's like this crazy, cum guzzling crazy person. Just like, I love it, everyone, all the men all the
Everything.
time.
Give me the barbarians.
Then the villain gives us her backstory. So
Which is like-
and it's incredible. It's the only backstory you get, and it doesn't make any sense. And it's horrid. It's as despicable as the rest of the movie. You're just like, Jesus. She's like, I used to. What did she say? She said something like, I used to think I was on top, but then I didn't realize that I was getting pimped out to like high rollers in that casino. That's right. The first thing she goes, I learned about all this at a casino.
In the casino.
She was like a call girl at a casino.
And then
pretty
she
much,
wanted to own the casino. She's like, and then that's when I vowed to own that place, and it brought me to here. And you're like, wait a minute. So you were a prostitute that somehow fucked your way into owning a casino, then used the funds from that casino over God knows how many years or months or
To buy your own private bunker.
She's only like 35 years old. She's not that old.
No.
She's
But
pretty young.
She owned the casino and used all the funds to build this Legion of Iron in the desert. And then also hire, like, they got to be like ex-Marines or something, like the head of her guard. I'm telling you, everybody who wasn't her, Dracula guy, or that other dude who never really did anything was just always kind of around. I'm pretty sure they were the only 3 people who weren't kidnapped that were there.
Yeah,
I think some of the guards might have been kidnapped.
We
They're
really
like,
kind of glossed over Dracula.
Yeah.
He looks like Dracula
Dracula.
from Monster Squad if he had white hair. That's all you need to know.
Yeah, he's in
it's
the
like
movie.
Your
And
number
And he serves
one.
no purpose. I guess he was. I don't know. He
I
didn't
guess
do
he
anything.
He's the only person who wore clothes and not like fatigues.
He wore an ascot. That's how we know that he's important.
Yeah.
But like everybody there is probably kidnapped. But that's her backstory.
Like, how did she- you
overtook
can't-
a casino?
Overtook. She bought. That's the difference.
No.
You don't just like.
No,
she
she said
didn't just buy
she
it,
said
she was like-
sex is power. That's what she
used-
said. So it was like step 1, prostitute. Step 2, realize your potential. Step 3, the fucking
Question
Legion
mark.
of Iron in the desert.
It's
like
yeah, it's like the
what?
fucking underpants gnomes.
Yeah, right.
Step 3, question mark. Step 4, Legion
Profit.
of Iron.
Profit. Just anything.
Step 5, profit.
And when do you get there? When you're like, you know what? We need people to start killing each other, and then I'll use my vagina to manipulate them. Like, what? And we need a desert
What's
fortress?
the end game?
What?
What do you need?
moon?
What else do you
It's like
need?
she could have been like 10 years. She's like on another planet talking about, well, I had a Legion of Iron, but as we all know, those are small potatoes.
Jesus,
I
that
need a
made me-
planet of iron now.
She's like got an alien strapped to a bed, giving it like what she assumes is a hand job, and she's just rubbing it all over because she doesn't know where its crotch is, and she's like, I learned it all in the casino, and that's led to me now owning Space Station
The
14.
alien has no clue what a casino is.
So good. This needed sequels like a motherfucker, man.
The
This-
planet of iron, man.
Fire.
It's a whole planet of this happening. Why stop?
Where are we?
Fucking universe of iron. It's like they go to another dimension. Diana controls
I
all
fucked everything in this dimension.
Another dimension where this plot totally makes sense. Absolutely. Everything that we've done is for a reason.
I
God.
finally did it. What? Whatever.
As long as there's a wake or like a trail of raped bodies in my wake, I don't give a fuck.
I'm obviously winning.
Oh God.
Where are we? It's a look. They're breaking
beat-
out.
yeah,
they're breaking out.
No, hold on.
Oh, wait, no, Lyle-
There's the part where he beats Rex. You're like, all right, they get in the way. They do the orgy thing. He gets the pipes. Oh no, it's before the orgy. He gets the bed. Then Lyle, you see Lyle like disrespecting his woman, the guy who's been like monogamous and like targeted
Yeah,
for
that's
being
right.
monogamous.
Right, and then he tells the guards.
He's like, what? You don't want to have a threesome?
It's-
How about I make you fuck this guard?
And he calls the guard and was like, she's not listening to what I say. Take her, have some fun.
And he
The
rapes
only
her.
The
straight
one
guard,
guy-
apparently.
No, the one character in the movie that wasn't fucking despicable gives up his woman for the
Yeah.
plan.
Yeah. It's rough, but we didn't know that
And
at the
it-
time, which is
But
maybe
it doesn't
even
even
weirder.
seem to work.
No, it
No, she
doesn't.
gets bullets for the pipe gun.
She does.
Yeah. They don't say how. You just see her, of course.
You watch her fucking
Getting
she pulls her
raped,
tits out,
and
you're
then-
She's like
great.
half crying. Well, like we see a shot of her
Yeah.
basically crying.
You don't
It's
see
her
any
straddling
purpose
a
for her in
guy.
there except to show that she is getting raped by
Yeah.
a guy.
Don't show her get the
It doesn't.
bullets.
Doesn't
She's not doing anything empowering, like stealing things for the greater good. It's just like
just
getting
watch
the
her
bullets
get
and then
raped.
stabbing the guard to death.
Right,
or
nothing,
something. Give
nothing.
me something.
No. You don't even see her get the bullets. That blew my mind because
They don't even talk about it when she gets back. Like, oh, how was that? That must really suck that I made you go get raped for bullets. She's like,
yeah, it was kind of shitty, Lyle.
Kind of an asshole.
We better get out of here, you fuck.
Or for the good of the audience, could you have her almost get raped, kill the guy, then get bullets? Do
Right.
you need to have her fully raped? Just something. A fucking lifesaver, just anything. We're all drowning in the ocean. Come on.
Where were the bullets?
A rowboat.
I'm not even convinced she got the bullets. I think like while she was fucking him, someone else was getting bullets.
I don't know.
It was
No,
a
they-
mild
they
distraction.
just said-
they use rape as a distraction.
Jesus.
I don't know, man. It's God. All right, so they get the bullets. Then Lyle fucks Diana.
Yeah, I don't know why that
Lyle
happened.
goes to have sex with Diana.
What?
I don't know. I don't know why that happened.
I don't really
No
get
idea.
that part of the plan.
Except it only happened except for
But we know he didn't
it
like
only
it.
happened on it.
He said he didn't like it.
Yes, but I just don't. It was just that only happened so Diana would say to Lyle that she was gonna kill Billy the next day, which didn't matter because they were gonna try to escape anyway.
Yeah, like, I don't understand why he had sex with her. I don't understand it at all. Doesn't make any sense. Anyway, they have
So
sex.
now they have bullets.
They have the bullets. They have the pipe
bagpipes.
guns.
They got their plan. They're all
Now Lyle
smug.
can make his super awesome gun.
And then you find out.
Then you find out fun right after this because there's no more raping. It's just terrible action, and we'll
that
get to
true?
the end, which is incredible.
Yeah, but I would say that the rest of the movie kind of put a damper on all of it being fun.
yes. You're
Like,
right.
it wasn't.
It was
In
fun.
comparison, it was just more
a-
like
you
a
could
relief.
breathe. Yeah, like oh good.
Oh, good, no raping in this.
Finally, Noah's been raped.
Just unnecessary killing.
Yeah.
Yeah, wonderful. So,
So
yeah, they
that's when they have the weird fight against the
Chinese, yeah,
group.
she's like,
Oh,
there's another legion apparently in China.
Whoa, wait, what?
We're calling them over.
for like an intercontinental.
They all do
match.
karate,
She
obviously.
didn't start. So who had the idea
Is it
first?
a franchise? Like, first I took over that casino, then I bought like some CVS's. I owned every McDonald's on the Eastern Seaboard, and then I was like, ooh, Legion of Iron. That
Sounds
sounds
good.
really
How do
good.
I buy one of those?
Sign me up.
Yeah.
God, that would be awesome. There's like a guy who runs a Legion of Iron just because it makes money, and he's like, I'm not really gonna rape, but it's company
No,
policy.
he never visits. He's like at a vacation home with his family. It's like,
Absentee manager. Dude, one of these legions, if there wasn't somebody there making sure she was not completely just fucking
Vile?
carnage,
Yeah.
I think it would be a motherfucking monster's nest of just like raped bodies slumped over in corners everywhere. No one's cleaning up anything. You got to have some kind of order for a
upper
legion to
management.
operate.
Jesus.
Oh man! All right.
Legion of management.
So then it turns into there's a fight with the Chinese Legion of Iron, which where
Lyle wins, and he's like gonna have to kill the dude.
So
and
he takes
doesn't.
out. He doesn't.
She
But
decides not. Some
not to
guy
kill
says,
him.
"Oh yeah, what was that?" One of the businessmen who flies there was like, "Don't kill him."
All of a sudden, someone has morals in this whole fucking
Movie.
film. Totally arbitrarily. The guy's like, oh, wait, I'm betting money on two people to kill each other. And then at the end, oh, just kidding, I'll give you more money for them not to kill each other. It's like, maybe you shouldn't be fucking betting in a death ring to begin with.
Yeah. Oh, you're such a fucking.
Yeah, what a good
pillar of the
guy.
goddamn
What a
community.
good guy.
Yeah.
Oh, it changed my mind.
But especially it's funny because of that, because he changed his mind at some point and was like 10,000. She goes, 1 million, and he goes, yes.
Yeah, right.
That's when that guy would have been like, fuck that. Like that was
I've
a
already
lapse.
condoned enough of this.
Yeah,
Kill
you're right.
everyone.
I just kill him. It doesn't
Throw him
matter.
into a furnace. I don't care. Yeah, it's whatever.
But before he kills him, that's when
Lyle takes out
Lyle's
the
girl had the gun. Or no, Lyle takes out the gun, tries to shoot
It's
Diana.
like a pop gun. It looks like
Yeah.
a pop gun. Yeah, he pulls the string on the back of the pipe and nothing happens.
Nothing
He looks at it
happens.
like, ooh. The damn movie is about this fucking gun going
Which is
on.
not surprising at all, though, because it's literally a pipe with a fucking string coming out of it. How could that possibly propel a
Fire a
bullet?
bullet, yeah.
Even
Enough
let
speed to
1
kill a
foot,
person
let
more
alone
than
the
5 feet
30 that
away.
it takes to get to Diana. There's no
Yeah,
way.
really, if it was an assassination attempt, I could understand. Because 1 bullet will kill somebody, but he's not,
Not only
getting out
that,
of there.
not only that, if you understand the mechanics, in order to put together something like a gun made out of a fucking
You could
bedpost,
build
you
a-
should be able to get out of a fucking cave in the ground. you're saying. Like,
It's really valid point.
Yeah.
doesn't make any sense. Made 5 of them.
Starting to mass
Fine.
produce. God. He doesn't kill Diana. This is when she shoots him once in the chest.
Oh my.
2 guards on each side of him shoot him once in the back with shotguns. And he's
fine,
not dead.
He's totally
and
fine.
she's like, Billy, cut his head off. And he's like, no. And then
He's
he's
dead
like, do
already.
it. Make it clean. Make it a clean cut. You're like, what the fuck is happening? He's already dead. He was shot in the upper torso 3 times.
He's not getting any
At
medical
close range.
attention anytime soon.
I gotta say though that this moment was probably the best acting of the entire movie.
yes.
It's when Lyle's
Get a
just sort of,
clean cut, Billy.
yeah,
Yeah.
just see a little spittle
it.
come out. I felt it.
And
you
at
know?
that point is when Allison, for some fucking reason, has a pipe gun and shoots the guard in the face who's gonna shoot Billy if he doesn't cut Lyle's head off. And that's when this crazy gunfight
So
breaks out,
convoluted.
and you can't tell what the
fucking convoluted.
fuck is
Is
going on
happening.
at all. Diana goes, seal the building, and like disappears.
Now the Chinese guys aren't the same
Yeah.
team. Everybody's on the same
Yeah,
team.
the Chinese guys are helping.
We were never
Lyle
shown
and
a
them.
scene where everyone like had to talk about how
Nope.
they're all together in this.
Right.
And it wasn't like, it didn't do like, I mean, like if it was like Ocean's 11 where like, then they showed you how they orchestrated this plan. They
No,
don't.
it wasn't. It's
It
just
was-
like, oh, I guess they're all together.
Let's all
They're not
get outta
shooting each
here.
other, so they must all be.
I mean, were they, God. It's like the Chinese Legion people were trying to escape because they were like, this is our best opportunity. We're so far away from the Legion. There's no way this isn't the best chance for us to escape. So they were just like, fuck it, let's do it. And joined in, maybe?
I don't know. It doesn't.
Yeah,
it
they
is-
It's
probably-
irrelevant. It's
They
irrelevant.
probably just saw it happen. They're like, look, we're tired of all this raping and killing, so yeah, just fucking kill everybody.
So.
Yeah, right? I mean,
I
they
mean,
just
if it's
joined
bad
in.
in here, it had to have been worse in China.
Yeah, the China Legion of Doom, man. That's like, phew.
They
Satan
probably
just
didn't have
fucking
women
controls
for them
that
to
one.
fuck.
No.
They just had like animals for them to fuck and stuff.
Yeah, if you're like a champion, you don't even get women. You just get like fucking raw meat in a pile.
You just
Warm.
get to live in a room not being antagonized, probably.
Yeah, there's no like pokers hitting you all the time.
Or you can be in the room that isn't 180 degrees.
The room of silence, which is just like it's just the fucking cot. Like, it looks like
best you can
oh
ask
my
for.
god, it's heavenly.
All right, we got to get finished here. We have to finish up.
Yes, I'm dying.
God damn it. There's the crazy gunfight. Makes no sense. Then they make their way to the door. There's a person who gets shot in that hallway by the last
No one
door
cares.
that I didn't
Unexplained.
recognize. No one else in the movie paid attention to the fact that they died. And you're like, but it's the end of the movie and these are the people who are going to escape. No one cared. They get out of the building and then they're loading themselves in like an army truck and Billy starts shooting a bunch of already like destroyed cars. They're like super
Yeah,
rusty. They
yeah.
look like they've probably
like
already
they had
been
tried
on
to
fire.
blow them up earlier, and
Yeah.
then, like the cut didn't go right. You know? They had to
So just, well, we'll reuse them. It's fine.
Just put all the pieces in a pile
Yeah,
that looks
right.
like a car.
He's shooting at
Oh,
them.
man.
One of them blows up, and they're in this line. It's this line of cars with the helicopter that brought them
Yeah.
there at the end of the line. And Billy's like running to the car, and all the cars are exploding, and it's in slow motion. And then there was this really wide shot where you just saw the helicopter and no more of the exploding stuff. And that's you said you were like, please let the helicopter explode. And then, boom! It like blew
Yeah,
up,
blew the
like
fuck
apropos
up.
of nothing. It wasn't even really close to that other
No.
stuff exploding. It just blew the fuck up. And you're like, what? Why did they steal a helicopter to leave? Like before you started blowing everything up. Anyway.
So they get in that army truck and it's like a chase scene.
And then it turns.
Well, when they get in the army truck, I remember thinking, okay, the movie's over. They're gonna just drive off.
no.
No, it's time for another chase scene.
Now it turns into Fury Road.
Yeah, it's Mad Max Fury Road, the
Yeah, it's
shitty fuck you version.
Yeah.
There's just two shitty trucks in the desert with people not actually
But there's a
firing
lot
guns
of
at each
those
other.
shots where people get shot in the neck and shit like,
So many. That's when it got completely out of control.
Yeah.
The gunfight started happening, and it was just like, like constantly with no dialogue, just.
You're right.
Somehow, there's more
I can't imagine that it
gunfighting.
was just per chance that all of them were that bad at dying. You know, I feel like somebody was training them and being like, well, they're like,
Goyle.
and they're like, no, with more
seriously.
feeling, really, like
For
you gotta.
real, just actually try. You're not trying. I know you're not trying. You're insulting me, please.
And like this person was such a horrible bitch, and just like, oh, for Christ's sake, all the actors were like, well, we'll just do it like she fucking wants.
Ooh.
How's that? How's that, Sheila? This movie's garbage anyway. Might as well.
There's more gunfighting. Everyone dies except for
The two.
so Dracula's driving the truck, and
Oh, Jesus.
Wait, he has a name, and it's
what was
What
it?
was
I don't
it? It was like-
remember.
it was like so bad.
Valiant Voldemort. I don't know. Was it something weird? I can't
Yeah, it
remember.
was like-
yeah.
Every time I saw him, I was just like, it's Dracula from Monster Squad.
He does. He looks like Dracula.
If he shaved his head. Anyway, Billy is driving. Allison's in the car. Dracula's in a car. There's a Chinese guy on the hood of their car, on like the roof of their car.
No, that was a Mexican guy. I'm pretty sure he
it?
Played both parts.
He might have been. They
He
just
did. It
they
doesn't
just
matter,
shaved,
yeah.
shaved his soul patch. You're Asian now. Okay.
It's fine. We're just as racist as the content we're making, so,
So,
it's
yeah.
fine. No one cares.
He's on the roof of the car. He throws like a grappling hook at Dracula, pulls him. That shot of him pulling Dracula out of the car was
They grappling hook him out of the
unbelievable.
vehicle he's driving.
Like door rips off, drag him out. Like the
good.
door shoots off, and this body
and
goes
you think,
flying.
okay, so now they're dragging him on a door, like on the door of the car, on the ground behind the car, and you're like, okay, now here's something they're gonna do with it. They end up just shooting him
yeah,
dead.
somehow Billy shoots him from the cab
Why
of
not
the
just
truck.
have him being ripped out of the car with a grappling hook be the thing that killed him?
Right.
Instead of him being shot to death, being dragged.
Well,
It's just like, okay, I guess.
he kills the
Anticlimax.
Mexican Asian guy on top of the car in the process. And then when Billy kills him, the grappling hook was stuck to the door, and he was holding onto the door. When Billy shoots him, the grappling hook lets go of the door. Not the body doesn't let go of the door, and the door's still
Yeah,
tucked
the door-
in the truck.
yeah, the door
the
does.
door lets go of the rope, and you're like, what? What the fuck? And then you're like, okay, now they're free. Except you're like, what happened to Diana? Well, what?
Well, no, that's the end of the movie. You're like, that is the end of
Technically, it's gotta
the
be the
movie.
But it isn't, because Diana shows up in a fucking tricycle hang glider, like with a motor on it and a mounted machine gun, and just starts killing them. Like, they crash the car.
I was surprised Ride of the Valkyries wasn't playing. I was like, why? You're gonna go here just so I can go with. How can that even?
Flight of the Bumblebees or something.
Yeah.
Just something ridiculous right there. Then
So bad.
that's when Billy manages. I'm going to say this sentence, and it's true, and it shouldn't be. A man standing in a desert somehow boards the tricycle thing and overtakes it. Like,
No, before
what?
that happens,
Dude, he would
Diana-
have been knocked unconscious when he jumped onto it when it flew by. Like, it was going super fast.
Yeah.
Like, how? What? He just jumped on it, took it over, threw her
It's
out
one
of it.
seat big. Like
Yeah.
the size of this thing is like pipes around a
Right.
chair.
That's
It's
true.
not like you can get in it. You know what I mean? It's no,
No.
in this thing. You're only in either in the chair or you're
Or not.
hanging on it. It's
And it
like,
turns out she's not strapped to this fucking thing.
Right?
he beats his way into
just
the
like,
chair.
Excuse
so-
me. Whoa! She falls out.
And then they don't even have enough of a budget to like show maybe the one point of redemption in the entire movie, which was to see her die from like 30 feet. They don't even nothing.
No.
But it's not from
Oh,
30.
that's it.
They threw a dummy out of a fucking plane or something. Because when it showed it fall, you were like, the landscape was so small. It was like, they weren't that high. in the
Yeah, it was
air.
like 15,000
Yeah, right.
feet. It was like,
No way.
it was like they went on a skydiving plane and
Yeah.
shot a dummy being thrown out.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is awesome.
And then
That's
Billy
great.
somehow manages to land this thing, which we were joking like that because
He
the
just-
shot is her like standing in front of
Yeah,
where
his
it's gonna land.
girlfriend who has never been redeemed for
Oh no!
loving rape.
After loving
Yeah,
rape,
she has never said anything to the
she
contrary.
loved rape for more of the movie than she didn't.
That's true.
And she's never redeemed herself.
Nope.
said like maybe I was kidding, it was a ruse, anything.
Lyle talked to me the first day, and I've been in on it since then. No,
I'm down with it.
I just kind of thought I liked it for a while.
Sorry, not sorry.
Yes.
Yes.
You guys.
Yeah. So anyway,
wait, there's a really funny joke when the car crashed and Billy was knocked out and she was waking him up. You were like, "What if he woke up and was like, wait, did you actually fuck like 50 dudes in the last couple of days?" Like he hoped it was a dream. It's in his mind. You know he's thinking about it. He can't not be thinking about it.
Like as soon as we get home, we're breaking up.
Yeah, we're gonna have to hash this out, and we're probably gonna break up.
Yeah.
So she's in the desert trying to wave him toward because he's now flying the Diana copter or whatever the fuck it is. I was just saying, like, if he crashed into her and then exploded, it'd be the greatest movie maybe ever.
Finally.
One act of just killing literally everyone left would have been like, all right, now this had a point to see a bunch of useless or horrible people die. That was it. Yeah.
But he lands it and they hug, and then instead of
using the copter to go, they just walk away.
In the middle of a fucking desert.
They don't know where they are
Everyone's
to begin
dead.
with. And they can't see shit around them.
And they don't have a car anymore because why? Because Billy fucking purposely flips it for no reason.
Oh, right.
They hit like something that
on purpose.
And they get in a car accident in the desert where there's
nothing around. Yeah.
And a car accident is so horrible, it's surprised that anyone walked out of that vehicle.
Oh yeah.
The thing is like destroyed.
And you also see like a dummy that they had in the back of the truck.
Just like,
Where in the car crash begins, it was the woman in the green dress. It was supposed to be the woman in the green dress that was in the back of the car because you saw like a green dress, but the crash was so horrific, the dress was just gone, and there was a bare dummy just like slowly flopping around.
The crash was so horrific. It gets so twisted.
Yeah.
When they walk away and they're happily ever after,
Are
even
they,
though
I don't think so. I really don't.
I mean, he's got to deal with the fact that she was fine with everything.
There's just an there's
it makes me feel better if like at the end of that, if the postscript is just like, and they wander into the desert, just die a horrible slow death.
Yeah, they died of dehydration 4 days into their trek.
Picked apart by vultures at the end.
They just didn't realize they went away from where the tunnel was, and on the other side of the rocks the tunnel we're in was like a major highway.
Yeah, they've been there the whole time.
Or if you find out that like the whole movie is like that whole place was like the Guantanamo Bay for rapists of like the U.S. and it was really just this whole.
Oh my god! Like they get farther out and they get to a fence.
It's
like more guards.
It's like some M. Night Shyamalan shit where like it's like the village.
It's the village. Like Christ.
Wait, the lead you say
despicable
rapists we saw was just a small part of it.
It was the government sectioned off this area and put all these rapists in a hole to see what they would do.
Just you like to Lord of the Flies it up, you know what I mean? Just to make their own
what
little.
we weren't shown is before the movie started, the two of them were actually convicted rapists at one point.
Exactly.
We just
it's
weren't
like the
shown
town.
that.
Oh my god!
Actually, everyone that was working for the Legion of Iron or whatever was like working for the government to herd horrible people into one hell prison.
Like they were driving up to the bluff not to make out, but actually rape each other.
like 1 minute.
One more minute.
More.
Oh, you would have seen how horrible both of them were.
Wow.
That's a good movie. That's a good movie.
All you needed was something to justify everything, and nothing did. Nothing ever did. No. When it comes down to it, the moral of the story is that
monogamous people die.
Sex is power.
Sex is power.
That's really the moral of the story.
I don't think there is a moral. I think you're right. It's just a story to scare you into thinking this could possibly happen to you at any moment.
Don't watch it. I'm not going to recommend it.
I don't think anybody should watch
I can't in good conscience recommend this.
There's a lot of ones that we recommend. I'm going to say no. Don't watch this fucking movie. It's awful.
Yeah. It's pretty hard to get through. I'm
really surprised they put it on Netflix.
We watched movies with worse with worse production.
Yes.
But better morals.
Way
for
better
sure.
morals than this.
For the morals are just heinous.
This is worse than Cage Fury. Like we watched Cage Fury, and that was all women being raped.
Cage Fury is like Matilda compared to this. I mean, Cage Fury is bad.
Yo, that's what I'm saying. It was bad, and then we watched this, and I'm like, this is so much worse. Like I didn't think someone could treat rape more poorly than that movie did. And then, definitely.
No,
Like I thought it was
Seriously, it's like
laissez-faire
someone
in
who's
that.
like really sexually depraved just happened to have enough money to make this film. Like really, that's
the
what
only
I
way.
stopped
It's the
renting
only
porn
way.
for 3 weeks
Right.
and I raised $80,000.
Or we were
Like,
saying that he's
that's how much
a
porn this guy
convicted
watches.
serial rapist and he was filming it from jail or something.
Yeah,
you
he
know,
wrote
like,
this in
he
his
wrote it
cell.
in jail.
He wrote it in jail as
He's
soon as he
phoning
got
in
out.
the directions.
No, it seems like a convicted rapist masturbating in a cell writing a script.
Yeah,
and
it
that's
does. Yeah.
what this movie is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Oh, don't watch it unless you really, really, really feel like you need to.
I wouldn't.
Don't even watch it for the podcast. I mean, Jesus.
I can't believe how fucking terrible this was. And it was the
It's
why
on Netflix. Like, it's like a crime.
I told Jen, I was like, I've been watching so many movies, so many bad movies from the 80s recently that I'm like, I can't believe how no one gave a, like, rape did. Who cares? Like, it's not a hot button issue. It was just like anybody should be raped at all times, I thought. Like, I guess cocaine just makes you want to rape people. And like in the 80s, everyone was on so much coke. They were just like, yeah, rape's awesome. I got raped last night and I loved it.
Well, I mean, you know, it was also the skimpy little 80s outfits. You know, they were probably asking for it.
Yeah, I'm glad. Okay.
I'm glad a woman said that. And I
It was a joke.
I know.
It was a sarcastic joke.
Like, if I watched this movie by myself, I might have cried a little bit.
As long as you didn't say masturbated, I feel like it's cool. Like,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
feel
Don't
like,
watch it by yourself.
Absolutely not.
I could.
Unless you're
That'd
like pretty sure you're insane, then yeah, go ahead and watch this. And if you enjoyed it, fucking check yourself.
I would
in
actually be
somewhere.
fearful that, like, if I watch this again, it would cause some sort of Pavlovian response to rape. That's how much, that's how much
Maybe it's
rape
not
is.
that bad.
All right.
I wish there was 15
This
barbarians.
is what they play on
wanted
loop.
to use me
when
as
they're-
a thing.
Oh God.
When waterboarding isn't an option, just play this movie over and over again.
Yeah, if you want to like break up with somebody, like say, hey, let's watch my favorite movie ever.
This is my favorite 80s
Legion of
movie.
Iron. You're gonna love it.
I did.
All right. Thanks, Jen.
Yeah. Thank you.
He's like, think. I should say fuck you to both of you.
Bye.
You have just listened to Bonus Disc. Questions, comments, and movie suggestions can be posted to facebook.com/bonusdisc. Opinions and criticisms of the hosts and guests of Bonus Disc are 100% valid because they sit high atop Judgment Mountain. So quit your whining.